Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have a library book haul. So I'm going to show you the books that I've gotten from the library, and not just my local library but also different libraries that I have access to. So let's begin. So the first two books that I'm going to start with is these two, Holes and Maniac McGee. And these are books that the school that I am placed in for Field, the kids in 5th grade are reading these books. They just finished reading Holes. So I just finished reading 2. And I have a lot of tags. I have to remove the tags before I have to return this to my teacher. But I also have some notes that I had while reading the book, and I am going to later on pass all these notes to my reading journal. But while I was reading the book, I figured since I was taking it to school, I had it in my regular in a regular spiral notebook. So that is it. Like I said, this one is all done. So now I have to start this one. The next one, this one I actually got it from my university library, but they have a library dedicated to books that you can have in school classrooms. I believe they have them all the way from kindergarten to 12th grade, and I wanted to read this one and I found it there. It's called The Crossover by Kwame Alexander. I read something else before by this author. It was a collection of poems, and it was pretty good, and I wanted to read something else by this author. So this book is told on verse. This is about Josh and his twin brother Jordan, his father who was a professional basketball player, and just how basketball influences their lives and their future. One of the quotes, this is from the mother, is telling Josh, but basically this is always that something that she's always trying to tell her boys. And the quote says, "Boys with no self-control become men behind bars." And I thought that was just such a powerful quote. Like the detail that has gone into this book and everything from the cover to the font, like I had been saying. But also, let me show you the naked hardcover. I mean, the texture, it feels like a basketball. So I thought that was so cool, and I definitely want to have this book as in the physical form, because I think it's really nice to be able to go back and reread some of the poems that I said I really liked, and just to have this, I mean, and to be able to go back and look at how the poems are done, like the structure of the format and everything, is just such a cool book to have. And I mean, the message. Then at my county library, I found this one. It's Marina by Carlos Rizafon. I found it in Spanish, and I don't know if you've seen another video. I said that I had found a used copy, but it's in English. So I kind of want to read it first in Spanish and see, just read it in Spanish, but I don't know. I might do both and see the comparison in the translation and just see how it is now that I have this one, and I happen to have that copy that I found for like a few dollars in my secondhand bookstore. So yeah, this is one of the books that I want to read this year, and I'm so glad that I found it in my county library in Spanish. Then I have some graphic novels, and this is one of the graphic novels. This one was, a lot of people were recommending it I want to say a few years ago, and I never got to it, and then I found it also in my county library, and it's called Nimona by Noelle Stevenson, and it's supposed to be a really, really cool, highly recommended graphic novel. So I want to read it. and it's also in Spanish. So they are having a bigger and bigger selection in Spanish books in my county library, so I'm excited about that. The next one is also a graphic novel. They called us Enemy, and this is about this is also a graphic novel, as you can see, and it is about the during the Second World War and how the Japanese here in the United States were put into these camps during that time, and how you know, unjustified that whole and basically cruel that whole situation was towards the Japanese immigrants here in the US, and how many of them had to endure all of this even though they were actually US citizens. So it is I've been told that this is heartbreaking, and I can just tell by what I've heard and by what I've seen so far in the images. But I'm really excited to read it, and from what I heard, like I said, this is a must read. So I'm excited about this one. Then I have this. This is another graphic novel. This is Far Sector. I hope the light doesn't hit the cover and you guys can see it. This is by N.K. Jemisin. I have read a couple of things by N.K. Jemisin, and I really like her writing. I am a fan. From what little I've read from her, I am a fan, and I wanted to read this. This is so this is the next book that we are reading for the realm of comics, and this is something that Ashley from the Bookish Realm is doing along with Bree from the Lockbooktician. And for the month of February, we are reading Far Sector by N.K. Jemisin. So I'm excited to read this one. I was so happy to see that my my county library had this one. So otherwise I would have read it on my Hoopla, which is also available, but I think I'm going to enjoy it a lot more reading it physically. Then I also found this one. I don't know if you saw my video of the books that I want to read for 2022. The Witcher series is one of the books that I wanted to get to. I found the graphic novel, and I thought it would be interesting to see what it's all about. And yeah, we'll see. I'm still more inclined to go about the books, and since I already have it, I might as well start it, but I thought having the graphic novel was interesting. And we'll see about that. The last one I have is La Voluntad y la Fortuna by Carlos Fuentes. He is a Mexican author. These are considered classics, and I am not sure if there is what the translation would be, but this is one of those authors. This is one of those authors that I really want to get to eventually. One day I want to read about him. So I found it there, and I thought, well, we might as well give it a try and see what he's all about. I know that he has other short stories, and I wanted to see if I should try maybe the short stories first, but we will see. For now, this is what I have. This is what I have. We'll see what I can get done in the next couple of months, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments if you've read any of these books, or if they seem interested to you, and I'll see you in the next one.